Shimla is the city of hills, even known as the Queen of Hills. And you can clearly see why it's called so. The main attractions here are Kufri, a hill station, and the Ridge. Two other places you can visit other than the Kufri and the Ridge are the Institute of Advanced Studies, which shows you the heritage of this place called Shimla in Himachal Pradesh. And the second place is the Hanuman temple, which is very close to the city. Shimla is famous for its deodar trees, which fills the Shimla valleys. We will not be taking you to Kufri or the Ridge because we need to catch the Joy train, even known as the toy train, at 8:30. From here in Shimla, we are going to Kalka. What you see here is the rail of the toy train, maybe even called the Joy train. The proposal for the Kalka-Shimla railway line was made in November 1847, but it was only in 3rd Jan 1891 that the construction began after the Broad Gauge rail was opened from Delhi to Kalka. It is 95.57 kilometers and it was opened on 9th November 1903 during the Viceroyalty of Lord Curzon. There are 102 tunnels while we go, and this constitutes around 8% of the total length of the travel. The longest tunnel is tunnel number 33, which is named after the engineer Baroque. And the bridges here are an example of the ancient Roman building art. And in the Guinness Book, this railway line has received the title of the greatest narrow gauge engineering feat in India. What you see now is what we offered here, the light at the end of the tunnel. And here we come outside one of the many tunnels. Ye safar, ye imtihan, Shimla is located around 2076 meters or 6,811 feet above sea level, and that's why it's so cold, even colder than Manali. Even as we speak, we are entering a tunnel. In 1944, there was heavy snowfall in Shimla, coming up to around 12 feet. We have finished tunnels 102 to 87. Now we are entering tunnel 86. All the 102 tunnels were built in 3 years from the period of 1900 to 1903. You can see the beautiful Shimla valleys. Was formed after the Gorkha War from 1815 to 1816, and it is the Viceroy John Lawrence who declared Shimla as the summer capital of the British Empire. If you know your history well, the Indo-Pak Shimla Agreement after the partition was signed in Shimla on 3rd July 1972. There are 800 bridges and around 917 curves, some of them as sharp as 48 degrees. What you see now is just one of those many curves. The cost of laying this rail was 1,71,07,748 rupees at that time. This rail has been incorporated in UNESCO's World Heritage List. I'm waiting for tunnel number 33 anxiously because it is the longest tunnel in this route, coming up to around 1,143 meters in length, which means it's more than a kilometer. These are the bridges I was telling you about, in the form of ancient Roman art, building art. Yeah, it looks like very much like the Colosseum. The amphitheaters they used to make look quite similar. This station name is the name of the longest tunnel, which means we'll be seeing that tunnel soon. This is the longest tunnel, tunnel number 33, 1143 meters in length. We are going in now, and we are going to see how long it's gonna take to get out of here. I can see the light at the end, but it's going to be at least quarter kilometer away. We are still moving, and this is Baroque Tunnel, the longest tunnel on the Shimla Kalka rail line. This is what I was waiting for and what all of you were waiting for. 1 minute passed and we are not out of the other end still. Amazing. It's so dark in here in the tunnel. What we saw is not the light at the end of the tunnel, but a reflection of the light on the engine right in the front. This is a huge tunnel built by the British. It seems to have no end. This video is going to eat up all my memory card. People screaming, howling, doing all mad things. It's pretty cold in here too. My hands are freezing here. It's past 2 minutes. And we're still not out. People who are good at physics can find out the speed of the train looking at the distance of the tunnel or the length of the tunnel, and also the time taken by the train to come out from one end to the other. Past 2.5 minutes, still not out. Lots of noises. The train wheel against the rail. This is a meter gauge, by the way, which is a narrow one, not as wide as the one we usually travel on. I need to scream out because of the loud noises that the train is making. Past 3 minutes. This is so long. And I'm so proud to have witnessed this tunnel. It was worth traveling on this toy train. A lifetime experience again. 3.5 minutes and we seem to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Looks like we're going to come out in a little while.
be around 1 kilometer by now. Maybe the last 143 meters after the 1 kilometer. Here we are, slowly and steadily coming out from the longest tunnel in this rail line. Woo! We just discovered this is a steam engine and it's filling its fuel in certain stations, and the fuel is water. You can see those tanks just behind the engine. It is heated, the water is heated, and it propels the engine through the steam. We reached Kalka by toy train after a ride of 6.5 hours, which means I had enough of toy train. But let me tell you, it was really a new experience to ride on something built by the British. Now we're going from Kalka back to Delhi. Delhi bole to hamara Delhi.